We'll do three things today. First, how to read the book first time. Psychology counseling book. This will be for the new batch. Then for the previous batch, because they will join. Some of them have already joined and some will still join. For you, it will be exam brief. How to study, what will be the question pattern on. And the third will be PTSD as a topic. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Good idea? So when you get this book first time, open it from the parcel, start reading it, read it like a novel. Okay. Read first 100 pages of the book like a novel. Start from page 1. Okay. So do not read random chapters, do not read anything. Start from page 1, go first 100 pages like a novel. You should do it in next 2 days if you are a working person. If you are not working, then you should do it in same day. Then you talk to your mentor and then you understand how to study. So typically, the book, this psychology counseling book, every chapter is an emotional turbulence. So we don't call it a mental condition, we don't call it a psychological condition, we call it emotional turbulence. That is a friendly word. Each emotional turbulence, you will learn 6 components. What are the diagnostic symptoms? Medicine side effects. What are client's question and how to answer that questions. How a conversation takes place between the client and counselor. The script of the client counselor conversation. The management tips. So how should you manage? 20, 30 tips for every condition. And the last one is one secret statement is mentioned in the chapter, every chapter. If you read that statement, if you say the statement to your client will more likely come back again for the next time. You want to earn more, right? So you want more clients. You want same client to come to you again. So this is one part to make your client come again by saying that one statement to follow up. That statement is very simple statement, but it makes most of the clients to come back. If you are not satisfied with 2 or 3 sessions per client, you want to earn more, 10,000, 20,000, then that answer is also mentioned in the book. Yeah. So you will need to invest your energy, resources and time to learn psychotherapy program if you want to earn 10, 20,000 per client. So read the book first reading. When you are reading, read the book like a novel. Finish it in next 20, 30 days. Do not read medicine side effect while first reading. When you are reading first time, you will always get confused. You will not understand. You may think that things are overlapping and so many symptoms overlap that it's okay. It is expected. It's a part of that game to read that book, to understand this subject. Everyone gets confused. You will not remember, no problem. Do not make notes. First reading, read it fast like a novel. Finish it in 20 to 30 days. Then second reading, you can go slow. While you are doing the first reading, in every chapter there is a QR code. You can scan the QR code and watch the recording for that chapter. So some chapters have 2, 3 QR codes. Some chapter has 1 QR code. Whatever chapter interests you so much, okay, you can scan that QR code and add it to a playlist. Then when you are doing your cooking, chores, traveling, or scolding someone at your house, listen to those recordings. Right? Now there is a warning for the book. Okay? Whenever you read this book, all the easy conditions, anxiety, stress, depression, you will think you have that condition. All the good conditions, OCD, ADHD, you will start thinking, oh my God, I have this condition. And most of the mothers, when they love their children, they are like, oh, my child has ADHD. Oh, child has OCD. They don't stop there, okay, because they are wives also. So they go beyond that and they will start diagnosing their husbands. Narcissist, personality disorder. Then they go beyond that, mother-in-law, schizophrenia. So all the mother-in-laws of the world have schizophrenia. All the husbands of the world, they have narcissist personality disorder. All the wives of the world, they always have anxiety, stress and depression because of the husband. And all the children of the world, they have OCD and ADHD because mothers so love them so much. They want some condition to be there for their children. So they try to find out from the book, what is the condition my child has. Correct? If it has happened with you, write down happened. Write down the chat, it has happened with you. If you are not writing, it means your diagnosis is narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah, some people are saying, yes sir, you are right. So behind your camera. Yeah, they are there. If you are worried, You write down. Okay, keep writing. If you're worried that your child has certain condition, so for that the answer is there. You should go on Amazon and search for the book Float to Fly. And when you read this Float to Fly book, obviously it's not part of your present program. That program is different and very, very costly. You cannot afford it. Okay? So, so Float to Fly book you will read from Amazon. In this book there is algorithm. 23-page algorithm is there. And in this algorithm you can find out as either you are a professional psychologist or you are simply mother or you are a teacher of a school. Using this algorithm you can find out whether your child has this condition not there, this condition not there. If not there, then move on to next algorithm. So this algorithm goes for 23 pages. And this book also has child assessment tools for age group wise. 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, 5 to 7, up to 12 years. When you use these tools, you are able to identify which condition your child does not have. That is important, right? But anyways, we come back to the present book. Sir, अभी तो पहला ही book पढ़ना नहीं हो रहा, आप दूसरा book बता रहे हो. ठीक है भाई, आपके level से हिसाब से we come back to the first book only. Right? So in this book, there are conditions for adult, child, adolescent. All three. Though the book looks big, but you will be able to reasonably finish in next 20 to 25 days if you are reading like a novel. Second reading you go slow. First reading you finish fast. Without understanding, without memorizing, let confusion happen, let overlapping happens. Do not take notes. So there are chapters for like anxiety, stress, depression, OCD, bipolar disorder. These are common for all age groups. Then there are a dedicated chapter for ADHD for adult, ADHD for child, ADHD for adolescent. The most important chapter for a child psychologist is one of the important chapters, not most, one of the important is autism. Right? So in the book, it is given how to actually what to tell the parents of autistic child, how to go about it. The biggest problem of autistic child is a social interaction. So to breach that problem, the solution is here in the book. Anyone would tell me what is that solution? 31 steps. Which page number? 31 statements you have to tell. The page number of autism chapter where the statements are given, 31. Then eating disorder, which is common for adolescents. Personality disorder, which is common in husbands. Schizophrenia, which is common in mother-in-laws, right? Then loneliness and hopelessness, which is common once your children go away for further studies. So all these conditions, how to diagnose, medicine side effects, how to counsel, how to talk, their questions and answer, client's question and answer, and how to actually manage these clients. So for every condition, you will learn this. The best part of the book, people always say, so the stories. So every chapter there is one story before that chapter. What is your favorite story? Those who have read the book or started the book, what is your favorite story? Write down in the chat. Very good. What is your favorite story? Write down in the chat. So there are stories which you should read to yourself if you are still a young heart person or still a child inside. You should read it to your children. You should ask your child to read, and you should, if you are a teacher, you can read it in your school. So these stories, they give you more exciting things. What is going to come up in the next chapter? So those who are not written, which is your favorite story, it means they are not read the book. Yeah. Should I draw that conclusion? Story no shirt. So there is a request for story no shirt. Okay. The cup of coffee. So that's the most favorite story by people. Yeah. We are going to cover that. Okay. So the PTSD topic which we are going to cover today, that really shows you, life is going to hit you. Life is going to bump you. Okay? What comes out of it? So bitterness, sweetness, stability, what does it come out of you? That was there. So that's the story. Yeah, there are some who cannot wait for the book to come. Okay, you will get it. Very good. Now for those the previous batch students, exam brief. Exam is from 17 to 22 August. This is for the previous batch student because this is going to go for recording. 17th August to 22 August is the exam window. You will get the exam email on 17th or 18th. If you get on 17th, this is little difficult version. If you get on 18th, it's a easier version. So you are lucky if you get on 18th. Obviously, if you get on 17th, this version cannot be changed here because the system selects which version you will get. You can open the email, you can read the instructions, but do not click on the exam link there. Because once you click on the exam link, you should be prepared and ready. Once you click on the exam link, the exam will start. The 60 minutes timer starts. So the timer is self-built. You have to keep a count. Now there are 10 questions purposefully to waste your time. 10 minutes. Your name, mobile, email, address, what you do, all those things. Okay. So it is purposefully designed to waste your time. Make sure that you waste a lot of time during the exam. Then remaining 50 minutes, 50 questions. So technically you have 1 minute, one question. In this time, you will not be able to open your book and find the answer. So if you read the book one time, you will score more than 60%, which is a passing mark. If you read the book 2 times, you will score more than 80% marks. And someone who scores highest mark in the batch, they get the outstanding student award. There is no negative mark. So you should answer all the questions. Do not skip some question thinking you will come back again. You will not get that time to come back again. Sometimes whatever you think right answer, you put that as the answer. Questions are not twisted. So don't apply your contra method to think that, okay, this is the most likely answer. I think so. This must be the answer. No, whatever answer you think is the most likely is the answer. How many of you do that in exam? Or you used to do that exam when you were a child? That you think that this is the most likely answer and you select the second other answer. Yeah. Whatever you think is the best answer is the best answer. So out of 50, 30 questions will be application based. Long questions, but answer will be MCQ, always MCQ questions. Okay. So long question will be more about this case scenario. The mother comes to you, asks you what to do, all those things. And 20 questions will be direct. All the questions will be from the book. Medicines and side effect will not be asked. So 30 questions application based, 20 questions direct, all 50 questions from the book, no negative marks, 1 hour, 50 questions. You can appear the question exam day or night anytime. You can click on the exam link, your exam starts. You can do that day or night anytime. You have to do that before the exam window closes. Now what to do if you face technical errors during exam? It is very less likely you will face technical error from our side. Whatever technical error face, it is going to be from your side. So network is gone, internet is gone, line is gone, mobile is gone. That you have to take care of. Okay. But if technical error happens, that submission is done. Your one attempt is gone. You can appear second attempt in February. If you fail actually. Okay. If you fail, your second attempt will be in February. You cannot appear second attempt in August. If technical error is a real technical error and it is in the middle of the night, do not WhatsApp your mentor, do not WhatsApp the coordinator in the middle of night. Do not call them panic. Oh my God, technical error. Yeah, you choose the time in the middle of night to appear exam and technical error, they are not awake for you. And no one likes to get disturbed in the middle of night. Actually, I have instructed them to block those people who call in the middle of night, panic calls. So wait for the next day. You can drop your WhatsApp to either mentor or the coordinator you have in contact with you, and they will resolve in next 24 hours. So meaning is, if you face a difficulty on the last day of the exam, it will get resolved after 6 months. There are always ultra legends who wait for the last day, last minute, last hour of the exam, and they will click the button and their exam starts, and by the time they come to submission, some technical error happens and they are like, oh my God. So nothing can be done. So that technical error on the last day will be solved after 6 months, dear. If it is during the first 4 days, it will be solved the next day, 24 hours. So don't wait for last moment, last day to appear your exam. Those who come from engineering background, they have this habit and nothing can stop them. Okay, they will still do it. But don't forget, you are given a title Ultra Legend. So I am the mentor of Ultra Legend. So I make sure that the technical problem of Ultra Legend is solved after 6 months. If you have question whether your exam is for August or February, you can drop a WhatsApp to your mentor. So your mentor has given you the time, you can drop that WhatsApp tomorrow. Okay. Those who have my number, you can drop a WhatsApp to me also. Obviously Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., go to your nearest hospital. Okay. This applies during exam also. For exam, okay, 1 hour extension, 6 p.m. Okay. Anyone has any question for exam related thing? Exam, if you have read the book 1 time, 2 times and still you are afraid, don't worry. You have to fight that fear and appear the exam. Because to postpone the exam, there is a charge and you need to take approval from your mentor. There has to be strong reason that you are postponing your exam. So don't miss out the exam and do not inform, don't do that mistake. Anyone has any question related to exam? Don't write in the chat when is my exam. So no one cares actually. So the one person who cares is your mentor allocated. You should ask your mentor separately on chat. WhatsApp, I mean. So exam students have no question, or there are minimum exam students, or they have already watched the previous video. PTSD, what is the page number in your edition, PTSD chapter? Very good. It matches with the edition I have. What is PTSD? Write down the chat. So if you write post-traumatic stress disorder, what you are giving is the full form. Then I am going to ask, what is post-traumatic stress disorder? You will write PTSD, sir. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a condition where you are frozen in a shock phase, where you are getting flashbacks of those images, those memories. You don't need to be a soldier. You don't need to be a warrior. You don't need to get into die or life situation, death or life situation to experience PTSD. PTSD is very common. It happens most of the time. You have a health crisis, spiritual crisis, marriage crisis, financial crisis, some embarrassing moment, something or some fight, some guilt, something is there. If you are having the flashbacks, 6 months has gone, that event has gone, and if you are still having the flashback, that is PTSD. If 9 months are gone and you are still having the bad dreams about that event, it means you are undergoing PTSD. If a certain event has happened and your life decisions, your thought processes, your responses to situation are defined by this scenario, circumstance, event, crisis, betrayal, then that is also PTSD. Okay. So traditionally, many books they say about the PTSD happens in veterans and soldiers. You don't need to be a veteran soldier. You can be a married person also undergoing PTSD if your marriage is not good. You can be a corporate employee if you are working for 18 hours per day or your manager is not good. You may have certain other crises in your life and that itself is causing PTSD. Okay. So PTSD is not an end stage, okay, where a soldier becomes a beggar. No. PTSD can be middle also. PTSD can be someone who was a corporate employee earlier and now She had taken a career break, not for the family, not for something else, not for something else, but she is not able to go back again. For the reason some incidents has happened at the office. Something happened, some mistake happened, or maybe someone was bad. If it is less than 6 months, it is PTSD, dear. Like the fight which you had with your husband yesterday, and you're still having the flashbacks. That is still PTSD. Now the question is whether who is having the flashbacks, he or you. Either way, both are suffering through PTSD if marriage is bad. If that is the scenario, don't worry. There is still hope for you. You can still go to Amazon and buy the, or you can do this program actually. You can go to this, you can do this program with us. Marriage relationship counseling and family therapy. So in this you will learn actual relate pillar concept and the test, 25 relate pillar test to identify what is a problem between husband and wife. So they tell some story. No. So there is a 13-step history taking process in this book, in this program. And you will learn 25 relate pillar test to identify objectively who is wrong, what is the problem. Yeah, you can use this who is wrong. You can use this book to find out who is wrong between you and to prove them. You are the wrong one. So these tests are based on to identify problem is with respect, trust, compatibility, anger, child rearing, goal sharing, intimacy, affection, financial goal sharing, career goal sharing. So there are 25 tests for that. When you identify, you can find out what is the problem. And once you know the problem, then only you can solve the problem. And to solve the problem, there are more than 300 couple activities which you learn in this program. Marriage, relationship counseling and family therapy. For few seats, I have a good scholarship. You can talk to me for that. Coming back to the PTSD. So there was a time when most of the people used to go for war. So that's why the PTSD was a war condition. And now every marriage, most of the marriages are war. So almost all of the married people, they go through PTSD. Confirmed diagnosis. So whenever you have any incidents, any event, so either your response is to flight, means run away, or fight. For both this, you need to prepare. Your body needs to prepare itself, right? You need to increase your focus, your attention. Someone tells you something and you have to be prepared with more insulting talk, more insulting statement. So you have to think fast. How can I insult this other person better? You have to prepare your body for reaction, okay? So your blood flow to your intestine decreases. Your motility decreases, digestion decreases, heartbeat increases, you feel palpitations, your respiratory rate increases, your depth of breathing decreases, right? And all the blood supply goes to your muscles and brain and tongue to fight or run away. Now, when this experience is so big, so traumatic, so crisis that you call it a crisis, okay? That event is sufficiently big that you call it a crisis, then you are trapped in that. Okay? Now, how big it has to be? That is a question. It can be the same event. For one person, the same event, she can manage, he can manage. They live on. They do not have PTSD. The same event, for the other person, they succumb to it, they fall to it. You are fired from your job, you land up a better job, you start something new. You start your business, freelance, side hustle, something, right? Someone who was fired from the job now never recovered, and she could never ever get a job, though she had much more degrees and all those things. Someone who had bad relationship earlier, and because that relationship was bad, so even if the next relationship is good, she's not able to accept it, or she doesn't get into next relationship. So that event can be the same. But for you, the definition of crisis may be that small as well. It may be small, embarrassing thing as well. It may be as big as a spiritual crisis, financial crisis, marriage crisis, job crisis, health crisis, any of these things. Okay. So how do you know that you are having PTSD? Very simple. So there are few things to know. You always breathe fast. You can hear your own breathing. Your respiratory rate is very fast. What is normal respiratory rate? Under 18 per minute. So your respiratory rate is more than 30 per minute. You breathe shallow. You have either constipation or diarrhea. You have frequent upsets. You get angry immediately. Okay? Someone pokes you and you bite back to that person. No, you swallow to that person. Right? Has it happened with you? Okay, you are doing it frequently, that's why you're laughing. Okay, very good. Okay, behind the person, he also is laughing actually. You are always worrying. You are locked up in a state of anxiety, worry. Your heart rate is high. You sometimes there are episodes where you hear your heartbeat. It is called palpitation. Yeah? It's not a big deal, but then your tongue is dry, your mouth is dry, you smell, your breath smells. Okay? Someone who is balanced and calm will have a bigger depth of respiration. Okay, bigger depth of respiration. Okay, yeah, will have less respiratory rate, less heart rate, less BP, will have comfortable digestive mechanism. Obviously, assuming they are not eating outside food. Their mouth will always have saliva. They will not feel dry, assuming they are drinking sufficient water. And they will not smell bad. So these are the signs of a person who is calm, and these are the signs of a person who is in a shock state. Now the bigger things, okay, bigger things are you have sleeplessness. You worry constantly, you are afraid of something that has not happened, that will never happen, that is not there also. Yeah, you are thinking of something, you are worrying of something, you are worrying of the future, you are thinking so much that has never happened, nothing never will be there, right? You are having sleeplessness. All these things is causing you spill your shock, spill your bad emotions or worry to your relationship, to your jobs, your career, your earning. You are showing procrastination. You have big aspirations, big ambitions, big talks, but you are not taking steps. Because you are afraid of something that is stopping you. It's not laziness. Laziness is different. Depression is different. But procrastination is not because of lack of motivation. It is not lack of dopamine, right? Procrastination is because you have a fear. How will I do it? What will happen if I really do it? That is a fear you have. So that fear is stopping you. Sometimes guilt is what is stopping you. Sometimes you believe you do not deserve that. Someone else has made you believe that. That someone else is actually called narcissist. So you should know that. You are looking at your husband? I hope not. I hope not. And if you are listening this video, you should better listen through earphone. Okay, don't let him listen. He will understand the tips and tricks what he's doing. Now your all the life events, life decisions, decisions about your career, decisions about your things, what you want to do, any step you want to take. These are decided by one event. Whenever some decision making factor comes, that event flashbacks in front of you, and that is what decides. That is what decides what your response is going to be to the situation. This is PTSD. You are having nightmares of the same event. You are having flashbacks of the same event more than 6 months back. That is PTSD. If it is less than 6 months, it is okay. It is expected. Don't worry so much. Okay. Now, there are people who succumb to PTSD early, and there are people who can bounce back to PTSD. Okay. Either they do not get so much PTSD, the degree is different, or they come back again. So the most determined factor is your socio-economic education status. This is the single most determining factor. If your social status, economic status, yes, money matters, and education status, education is higher, you will have less episodes of PTSD, you will have less duration of PTSD, less frequent, less shortened PTSD, I mean. Okay. If you had previous experience of immediately succumbing to things, small embarrassment, you were a child, you went on a stage, you did a mistake, and now you never went on the stage. That is why when you have a child who fails at something, she wanted to run and she falls at the starting of the run. She went on a stage and she did very bad. Okay. She was removed from some sports class. So you have to teach her no. If she says that I will drop out, you have to teach her no. You have to fight it. That's how you fight your PTSD, because it is life, it is a part of life. Today you have been removed. Today you had embarrassment solved. There are going to be scenarios where people are going to do things which are very bad. People, someone you trust, they are going to betray you. You will have a crisis bigger than this. That preparation I am helping you to. So you have to fight back. You have to say no, I will prepare and I will again go back to the stage and I will deliver that thing. No, I will work hard and I will score better marks, or I will perform better in my games. All those. So if your childhood was rough, either because of parents, either because of some abuse or bullying in the school, or bullying by the teacher, or bullying by other children, or bullying by parents, then that is a more likelihood of PTSD. Some people are like this. Oh. So parents are to be blamed, yeah, but you can still overcome it because you have that willpower to overcome it. Don't worry. If you are watching this video, if you are reading this book, then you are already on the path of healing yourself. You will have to stop blaming your parents for everything at one day. Okay, you will have to take your responsibilities. Yeah? Your children are also going to blame you. That's the circle of the life. And you will always think that I did best. So your parents also did best for you. Coming back again. So if you have certain other health conditions, females are more prone to PTSD. Okay. Low learning new skills. Okay. Low economic status, low social status. They are high. So how will, if someone has PTSD, you have a PTSD client, or you are yourself going through PTSD, or you want to prevent your PTSD for smaller things, what should you do? That is a question. Okay. Number one is keep learning new skills. Okay. Start helping people. Helping people is not giving donation to the beggar or sending money to some NGO. No. Helping people means someone who needs your help. You have to wait for that. And that wait you don't need to do outside. Someone will come to you. You are the first person who needs help. Your family probably needs help. Learn new skills, help others. Learning new skill that releases multiple hormones, that helps you build new synapses, that fights your PTSD. Now, some theoretical books, they always suggest have a social life. Yeah, see, it is easy to say, but someone who has not been accustomed of making friends in childhood or having a social life, now suddenly after PTSD, she is not going to do that. After PTSD, she is going to be more isolated. It's very easy. So what is the real thing? You need to learn new skills, you need to start helping people, and you need to start helping yourself. Try to find a purpose of your life. Okay. So what is the purpose of your life? That purpose cannot be your child. That purpose cannot be your husband. That purpose has to be you, your dream. You have to go back in your life and you have to ask, what was the dream I had when I was a child? You wanted to be a psychologist, your parents pushed you to do something else. And now you are scrubbing the utensils, housewife, and satisfied, happy. Money is there, but you are not happy. What is it that you wanted? You can take that journey. That is second life. So restart your second life, because before the traumatic event happens, before something happens, before PTSD happens, even if you are having PTSD and you are still trying to come back, yeah, you are trying to learn your skill, you are trying to develop something, you are trying to fulfill your goal or vision when you had earlier, you already are living your second life. others will never understand, right? So do not start telling people that I'm going to be successful, I will do this, I will do that, I will, yeah. So never ever help your relatives for counseling, right? Because if you do that, they try to exploit you for the free, and at the end, after the session, they will say, yeah, I think she needs help actually. So you take up paid clients, you help strangers. If you decide to help them for free, up to you, but you help the strangers. Helping a stranger is not giving money to a beggar. Now it is also mentioned that write the books and do exercise and all. Yeah, it is very easy to say, difficult to do. So writing a journal, someone who is depressed, someone who is anxious, someone who is worried, she has no motivation to write the journal. And journal writing, really, how much it helps, okay? Yeah. So I tell you today, every one of you who is watching, start writing your journal tonight. Huh? And show me after 1 month how many pages you have written. It should be more than 20 pages, okay? You will not do it. Now you are a normal human being. Understand someone who is going through PTSD, someone who is going through anxiety, someone who is going through depression, and you tell that person write the journal. Right? Asking the person to do introspection and think of your thoughts, that is a separate, but that is a mistake here. That person thoughts are wrong. There is a cognitive error, right? That person is dwelling in the future which has not happened. That person is dwelling in the past which has happened. That person has fearful thoughts. And that person, you are asking them to introspect your thoughts and keep on thinking and meditating. That person will fulfill their own legacy of proving themselves that romanticize your depression, romanticize your PTSD, romanticize your anxiety. You understand? Introspection of thought is for someone who is normal person, who is motivated, who can control their cognitive error. Till now, any question anyone has? Please ask if you have questions. Now, there is one more thing you should need to do. So, learning new skill, helping yourself, helping others. Okay. So, another thing is you need to increase your emotional bank balance. Okay. If you want to prevent PTSD or if you want to overcome PTSD, so you need to increase emotional bank balance, right? So, that is where the psychodynamic method comes, which are taught in the Sunday classes. Now, PTSD is more about the traumatic event which was stored in your image, in your brain. So, any trauma is not stored as the words, they are stored as the images. That's why you get the flashbacks, right? And you need to go back to those memories. You need to heal them. You need to sometimes replace these memories with good memories. You need to sometimes erase certain traumatic memories because those old memories were so traumatic that you don't want to touch them. You cannot touch them, so better to erase it. Yeah. You want to increase your emotional bank balance. You know, how does these memories are stored? They are stored as synapses. You need to cut down some synapses. You need to form new synapses so that your response is different. That is neuroplasticity. So you are walking through a jungle, okay? So there is a dense forest you are walking through. And in the forest, you want to carve your path. There is no path, okay? So you have been walking and you were always getting hurt because there is no set path. Now today you want to make it smooth. You want to cut the path. So if traumatic event is small, you may need to cut some grass, some bush, little things you need to set aside. But that if the trauma is so big, you will need to cut down some trees. You will need some tools. You will need a lot of healing. You will need to remove your barriers of guilt, fear, shame, disappointment, anger. Then you can start working on bigger crises, bigger traumas. So you need psychotherapy methods there. You need neuroplasticity. So when you have this synapses connected in a particular way, because of past traumatic event, your responses are defined accordingly. You are acting accordingly. But when you cut this synapses, when you rejoin this synapses, that is called neuroplasticity, which happens with experiential psychotherapy method. Both are taught in Sunday classes. So that that makes your new response, that forms your new response to a particular situation. You start thinking correctly, you start taking correct decisions, you start acting, you have to start taking steps. So you need to remove your barriers. Okay? It is easy for to say that, okay, don't be afraid. Yeah, they are afraid to die actually. You cannot say don't be afraid actually, right? They are afraid. So now, whenever these PTSD patients, they are exposed to the similar scenarios, or maybe scenarios which are not similar, but they cause them the spark of the same synapses which these memories are stored. The same synapses they are getting sparked. Okay, the scenario is different, but because these same synapses are getting sparked, they have this again flashback suddenly. Whenever they will have that, they will experience sometimes anxiety, stress, or panic. They will feel sweating, dry mouth, heart rate increase, palpitation, respiratory increase, frozen legs, or they are frozen completely. They are supposed to work, they are supposed to face certain things, but they are frozen. Yeah, they are living their life. Outwardly, they look normal. They are living their life, but they are not taking steps. If you ask them what is your dream, they will say, "I want to earn this money. I want to do this. I want to do this." What is the step you are taken? I'm planning. You are never going to do that. You are worth for Domino's job. Even you will not go for that interview, you will fail. Okay, that Domino's job person has, delivery boy has more motivation than you. Okay. So the problem is you are rationalizing, romanticizing your depression. You are romanticizing your anxiety. You are romanticizing your negative thoughts, your negative self-beliefs. And to this person, you cannot ask to fill some worksheets. You cannot ask to make a plan, right? And do certain things to feel good. They don't have that motivation, dear. That's why you need neuroplasticity and experiential psychotherapy for them. If it is child, this child will frequent now. Children typically after 2 years or so, they don't do bedwetting. Okay, they tell you that they need to use washroom, and but if the child again starts bedwetting, this is a serious scenario. So either something bad has happened, or there is some bullying going on in the school, or the child has seen something that should not be seen. Okay, or maybe parents have some problem, or maybe one of the parent has extramarital relation. Okay, so you need to be careful with that. If the child has nightmares, then yeah, so sometimes children come and say that mama I have a nightmare. So what do you say? No, it's just a dream, go and sleep. Because you are so sleepy and tired, that's why you are saying that. It's okay. If you're sleepy and tired, you can talk this next day. You can ask the child what was the nightmare dream. So most of the time children remember their nightmares, and they are able to say it in a very glorified way. Sometimes they exaggerate and add things. So that's the beauty of the story. And in the process of telling you this nightmare, sometimes they forget this nightmare. So it is better not to bury this nightmare. Hey, don't talk about it. You will get it. No. If you talk about it, that memory will be erased. That simple process of talking your nightmare. And you get certain information out of it as a parent. Sometimes the child develops separation anxiety. Yeah, so they become too clingy on the parents. Okay, no, don't go to office. No, I will not go to school. Suddenly something happens. Then some children, while they play their toys, earlier they used to not break their toys. Okay, they start breaking. So there is a teddy bear, they break the head of the teddy bear. Yeah, it has not happened earlier. So you have to be careful. If you have a nanny, or you have a friend of your child, or someone who comes to play with your child who has done such things, do not allow that person to enter your house. Do not allow that child to play with your child ever. That is a risky behavior. You don't want that. It is very common. Now there are coping mechanisms. So anyone who goes through difficult scenarios, crisis in life, okay, so they will cope up. How do you cope up? So there is always a negative coping mechanism and positive coping mechanism. Whatever is in the cup will spill out now. Okay. So the life has given you the bump, and whatever was in the cup is going to spill out. Some people go for binge drinking, alcohol, drugs, promiscuous relationships, multiple partners, extramarital affair, or they succumb so much that they have financial crisis. They are not able to join the job back. Now their family circumstances, their social circumstances allow them, their education allows them to join the job back, but they are not joining it. They are fulfilling their own rationale. This is a problem, that is a problem, all those. You have a dependent parent, you can always hire 10,000, 20,000 rupees attendant to take care of them. You have a child who needs attention, you can always hire a nanny. Not 10,000, 20,000. If you can earn 30,000 at least 10,000 is a profit. Yeah. So I have seen some stories on Instagram and YouTube, the glorified children who leave their jobs to serve their parents. These are stupid people, human beings. These are not glorified children. I tell you, they were depressed or shocked so much that they left their job and they found that excuse that they had to serve their parent, or probably they were fired from their job. Someone who is really mature person and someone who really loves their parent, they would go outside and earn the money to give the best service to their parents and best service, best treatment to their parents. Right? What is the cost of a 24-hour attendant in a metro city? 20,000, 24,000. Right? If you are leaving a job of 1 lakh rupee to serve your parents, that is not a good idea. That is not serving your parents. That is serving your negative thoughts. That is serving your depression. Now when life bumps you, sometimes you are a good person. Yeah? Has it happened with you? If it has happened with you, write down the chat. You believe that you are a good person, but something bad has happened with you and you did not deserve that. Yeah? You believe that you are a good person and some people not related to you or maybe related to you, they done something bad to you, betrayal. Right? Has it happened to you? Write down the chat. Those who are not saying any answer, it means they have done that thing with others. Because it is going to happen with everyone, Baba. Okay. Right? Very clear. So those who are not saying anything, it means they have done certain things with others actually. There are only two peoples in the world, the hero and the villain. There is no middle path. Okay. You know what happens? You trust someone. Okay. Either it is a relationship or parents or something or a job or something. And that person betrays you. Okay. Breaks your trust. You are walking on a path, you are driving your car and some stupid comes from the wrong direction and hits your car, right? Now you are like becoming the villain, right? So sometimes the crisis is so traumatic, the betrayal is so big, the betrayal comes from the person you trusted that you decide now, you are thinking whether to become a villain or continue to be hero. Remember, if you become the villain, the enemy wins. The enemy wants you to become like them. The enemy wants you to become the better person. Yeah. After that event, you start shouting on your children. You start having your marriage problems. After that event, you start having financial problems. You start having a job crisis. Yeah? That event is defining your life. Okay. You have become the villain of the world. And the enemy has won. So enemy has done something wrong with you. You have to move forward. Okay. Sometimes, where is the energy you waste? Where is the more trauma you give? I will tell you. Someone has done something wrong with you. Maybe you are just a small argument you are having, with your spouse. You want to prove to this spouse, you are the wrong one. You have to admit it. You are the wrong one. You have to agree it. You have to admit it. In the pursuit of making that other person agree and admit their mistake, and in the pursuit of you trying to convince their mistake, you are getting more traumatized. You tell that person this was wrong. Explain them without getting emotional. If they understand, it's good. If they accept, it's good. If they admit, forgive them. If they don't accept, don't argue, don't admit or don't acknowledge, They will never do that. They have some part of narcissist personality disorder. So you cannot spoil yourself. You cannot become the villain. Have you ever interacted with narcissist personality disorder? Yeah, you interact with every day. Very good. So you try to tell this person you are wrong. At the end of this discussion, they will make you believe you are the wrong one. You are the monster and you have narcissist personality disorder. So you are end. The enemy has won already. So in any argument, in any fight, in any battle, whether it is small or big, inside home, outside home, one time, one attempt, you're mistaken, this was your mistake. If that person admits, that person loves you, that person is a good human being, is a hero like you. If that person tries to rationalize, that person does not admit, puts the blame on you, that person is a villain. And in the pursuit of trying to convert this person to be hero, you will become villain. Yeah. What happens in the marriage disputes? One party is trying to convince the other that you are the wrong person, I am the right person. You have to introspect actually. This is the time to introspect. Yeah, both of you are wrong, my dear. Some place, somewhere is wrong, right? And if you want to find out what is wrong actually, and you want to use it for your court and marriage divorce, then you should take up this course. You will be able to objectively identify what is the problem between you, whether he is wrong, her is wrong, or both are wrong at certain place. So respect, he is wrong. Trust, she is wrong. Whatever. Okay, I'm giving example. Right? Whenever someone does something wrong with you, do not become the villain. If you become the villain, the enemy wins. And you are in constant and lifetime curse of PTSD. Anyone has any question till now? Because we use the word curse, so most of the students are like, sir, can you please tell the story of the 3 curses? So if you have any question, write down in the chat question, whatever is your question. And if you want to hear the story of 3 curses, yeah, so write down the chat 3 curses. After hearing the story, you will say that you want that 3 curse. Yeah? You want that. Write in the chat whatever you want. We'll come to the 3 curses story after this question. So what is the best approach to avoid a narcissist personality dominating you? The best approach is, see, if you are in a family with them, if you are in a relation with them, the best approach is not to engage. It's not to avoid. You cannot avoid them because you are in that family, that relation particular. So it's better to not engage. Okay. So you may interact. But when things go wrong, the earliest sign you see, they are happy when you fail. They are happy when you take the blame. Yes? Yeah? You see their face. As soon as you say, yeah, that was my mistake, they are so glorified and happy and they will bounce back and eat you and swallow you. Right? And they will make you feel, you are the one every time it is wrong with you. Yeah? Or they start putting the blame game on you for their failures. They do not admit their mistakes. They rationalize their failures, they rationalize their mistakes. Okay. They play games. They will say a statement that gaslights you. So the typical response is, how dare you say that, I am going to kill you. You need to laugh, you need to understand. If you understand the scenario, do not engage now. You have interacted till now, but now this person has suddenly become the monster. That is the time to not engage, disengage now. So how do you disengage? One, the physical, you change your circumstance, scenario or place. You move to different location or something, or you end the call. The second is through mind. How do you disengage mentally? That is a tough thing, nah? You are going to think constantly what that person said. The easiest way is laugh. Because you have understood this is a tactic now. This person is going to play. So if you laugh, right, they are disarmed. They fail. Because the objective of gaslighting, objective of putting blame on you, objective of narcissist to make you feel bad, to make you feel sad, to start the pig wrestle. Yeah. And suddenly you are like, you are not with the shield, you are not with the sword, you are dropped both. It's like you go eat what pigs eat. I'm not going to wrestle pig with you. Bhavya has asked this question to me on one of the Sunday passages also. Uh, but she's sincere, that's why I did not block. Otherwise, I block people who WhatsApp me on Sundays. So I will answer this question after the three curses story. But before the three curses, you read now the next steps are from page number 105. Page number 105 to 113. How to manage the PTSD client. Okay? You have to read that. Huh? And once you read that, start applying on yourself. Okay? Start helping some people at your workplace. But make sure that person is not your narcissist partner. You cannot help a narcissist person. Okay? You cannot change a narcissist person. Kavita is asking an interesting question. Sir, how can we laugh if the other person is your boss? Okay. You are not laughing at that person by pointing hands and fingers that he is a joker. Okay. You are laughing internally. Okay, Baba, you are the pig, I am the human. Okay, Baba, you are the villain, I am the hero. Okay, Baba, you are the whatever, I am the whatever. Okay. So you are not, it's not mocking. Yeah. It's not taunting. It's not laughing at the other person. It's laughing for you. It's laughing internally. Okay. Now, since the question is about boss, I will tell you the story of 15 years back when I was working with another company. Okay. So I was less age than present and I was a kind of a fresher that time. So I did some obviously mistake supposed to do. So my boss was a female boss and she called me in her office and she scolded so much for half hour. And I was standing there. As usual, I didn't have any change of expression or heartbeat or respiratory or anything. I did not answer a single statement. She was shouting, shouting, shouting and shouting, shouting. And only worry I had was when I go outside, what will people think? Yeah? That is the biggest worry I had. I did not have worry about my job or she's shouting, she's saying some stupid things which I cannot hear actually. Yeah, or I cannot understand what is going on, why going on. But only my worry and the biggest worry is how will I face others when I go outside? Then I laughed. Internally, obviously. I don't want to get killed that day. So I went out and I said, ma'am was talking to her husband actually. Yeah, problem solved. Okay, so, okay. Hey, but you did mistake, no? Ma'am was going to shout at you. No, she just said that this mistake you should not do that again. And then suddenly the call from her husband came and she was talking to her husband. Oh, very good, very good. So you got your answer, Kavita, my dear? Okay. Now Kavita is going to say that no, it's about not that she gets the shouting in front of everyone. Okay, then you should understand one more story. Yeah. It was my first job after MBBS. Okay, I was working in public health administration. So every month we used to have a meeting, all these medical officers. Okay, with a meeting with some director level person. And typically director level person, I don't know why in that position they used to be very bitter and used to shout with on anyone and everyone. And this was my first meeting and he started shouting at me. I felt so bad. I went to some people and said, yeah, I did not do any mistake, why is shouting at me? He said, we get paid for that. One day in a month, you have to come here, listen to that shouting whether you're wrong or right. That's it. So I was like, oh, got it. Now, Kavita, your problem solved? Okay. So now Kavita is very happy. Oh, thank God, everyone is suffering like this. Jiffy is asking the same question. You cannot fight with the person who has decided not to see the light. Okay. So a person comes to you. That person is not blind. Okay. You are an eye surgeon. That person is not blind. And that person comes to you and says that, I cannot see. Then you operate on that person. You give them chashma. You do the eye transplant. But that person again says, I cannot see. You cannot show the light to a person who doesn't want to see. You can show a light to a blind person. So Jiffy's principal doesn't want to see her good things because she will have to give her appraisal. You cannot make her see anything, dear. So you will read today before you sleep these 5 pages. That will help you improve yourself. Now coming to our 3 card stories. Ideally, the best part of the class is at the end. Yeah, so if someone has something to do, they want to leave, no need to announce in the class, no one cares. You can leave the class immediately, okay, silently. One time, there was a king, and he was known to be very welcoming, and he used to give some rewards to anyone who is knowledgeable and who comes to him. So he had a Rajpurohit. This Rajpurohit was extremely talented, and he has seen that whomsoever comes to him, this king, and shows his knowledge, the king rewards. So this Rajpurohit has a friend, but he's not that educated. He has not taken that efforts. He was little lazy during his Gurukul days. That he is also a Purohit, okay, but he doesn't know so much. So this friend Purohit comes to Raj Purohit and says that I have heard that your king rewards people. I also want to get some reward because financial condition is not going good. I need some money. And this Raj Purohit says that okay, I know how you are. What is your knowledge level? So you don't say anything because whatever you say, you speak foolish only. So you say when the king bows down to you, you give him one blessing. Okay. Teen dukh ma labo. Ma means na. So you should not get 3 curses. That is the meaning. You will give the blessings to the king. Then as usual, it happens that this Rajpurohit introduces a friend and Rajpurohit says, this Purohit does not talk so much. He is my friend and he keeps quiet. He talks only one statement in a day. King is very much impressed. Wow, very good. Then king bows down to him and this friend Purohit says, Teen dukh labo. And this king gets disturbed. Okay, he rewards this Purohit. Yeah. This Purohit goes. Now the king gets disturbed. He cannot sleep throughout the night. He's thinking, why this friend Purohit, why this visitor has said me, Teen dukh labo. Have I not welcomed him very well? Have I not given him rewards? Yeah, I'm a good king. Why should he do that? Then he gets disturbed. So next day, he asks his Rajpurohit, your friend actually cursed me. He said, Teen dukh labo. So the Rajpurohit is very smart. So he says, sir, he has given you the best curses of your life. So he wants you to have 3 curses. These 3 curses are, you should have the curse of noise and the ruckus made by the children. So you should always have your house filled with children who play, who create ruckus and who create noise. The second curse is, you should always have the burden of welcoming your guest. You should have so many guests at your place. You should be honored by so many guests that you are always busy in welcoming your guests and honoring those guests, hosting those guests. And the third curse, my king, you should have so much wealth that you are not able to count. You are finding it trouble to count your wealth. That is your third curse. Tin Duk Lavo. If you like the story, write down the chat you liked it. Anyone has any question related to the topic or anything else? Or any other story you want from the book? The story of no shirt. Should we do it today? Should we do it next class? Story of no shirt. We should definitely do it next class. But 1 week you cannot survive. We'll do it today after 15 minutes. If you survive next 15 minutes, we'll do it. In the meanwhile, which painting you liked, you can tell. So the painting you see in the corner, this one, is this painting. You are my galaxy. Sometimes we search, someone is there made for me, or you're married to someone and you are thinking that, someone else should be there. So marriages are not made in heaven. They are made in the home by the understanding of two people. Whomsoever you have, whatever you have, that is your galaxy. You have got it. If you don't like it, separate out. If you like it, then celebrate it. You are my galaxy. If you do not like it, you cannot separate out. Make that spouse as your galaxy. Accept it. This is that. Obviously, now many people are very narcissists or very schizophrenic. Yeah. So you have to live with that. Yeah. So one of the PhD student for whom I am the guide, she is doing her research on this: how to survive narcissist, how to live with a narcissist partner, how to manage them, how to manage your emotions while doing it, how to manage tactfully narcissist family, narcissist mother-in-law, narcissist husband. So all the research she is doing. Good question, Sri Lakshmi. So the question is, if the person has everything, right, but still getting flashback even after 3 years, okay, what to do and why? This is a part of the life, okay. If you are a vegetarian and a lion comes in front of you, you cannot say to a lion or a tiger, hey, I'm a vegetarian, don't eat me. No, the tiger is going to eat you and enjoy you more. People are going to be mean to you. Life is going to be unfair to you. People are going to betray you. That is a part of life. If you have a sufficient bank balance, if you have learned psychodynamic methods in Sunday classes, you will not get affected so much, or you may not get affected at all. But sometimes you get affected. Either the crisis was big, or that particular moment you had a low emotional bank balance. What to do? You will need to, through experiential psychotherapy methods, you will need to heal yourself. It's like there are knots now. Okay? You need to unknot it. You need to open up the knots. You need to again open up the rope. You need to reform the synapses. Cut down certain bush, okay? Some grass, some trees. Cut down some synapses. Erase some memories. Replace some memories. You will need to do a lot of healing things, because that moment is defining you presently. That is what is stopping your growth. That is the barrier of your life. But remember one thing, whatever happens, either you go through PTSD, you don't go through PTSD. The crisis is defined by how wet is your forest. So let mind be the wet forest. If your mind is a wet forest, if it is full of emotions, you cry, yeah, you succumb to certain things, you feel bad if someone betrays you, you feel bad if something goes wrong. Because your forest is wet, it's good, it helps, thrives. Someone who does not feel anything, someone who has a flat line, their forest is a dry forest. So when things go bad, they become villain. When things go bad, the forest burns. So if you are having PTSD because after an event, it means you had the wet forest. It's a good thing. Because that it's not your weakness. That event was that big. If you cry at certain thing, because you have wet forest, you have emotions. If you cry at small things, you have emotions. So wet forest helps other animals, other plants thrive, and it never gets burned. Wet forest will not burn. The name of this painting is the wet forest. If you can appreciate the 3D effect in this painting. So there is one more painting which is like more of a 3D. I will show you this pink one. Yeah. It's a part of life that life will be unfair to you, people will be mean, people you trust will betray you will sometimes feel sad, you will sometimes have PTSD, you will sometimes feel depressed, you will have a mental breakdown. There are two steps. One, to acknowledge you have it. Most of the clients you will see they are in denial phase. They don't accept that they have this problem. Number two, you don't need to move forward, you need to go backward and heal your trauma. Erase the traumatic memories, replace traumatic images, increase your emotional bank balance. Open the chapter of panic disorder and PTSD. In that, the name of these methods are mentioned. I will leave this painting and read more about that. And if you want to learn those methods, you can attend the Sunday classes. That's a separate program. You will get the certificate for that. You are called psychotherapist after that. You can charge more fees with that program when you are called psychotherapist. You will learn the healing methods to heal someone completely permanently. All this emotional turbulence, what is happening, anxiety, stress, depression, they are because of certain events, certain crises, certain betrayal traumas. So you need to remove your barriers to move forward. So that is something what you are going to learn in Sunday classes, CBT, SCBT, neuroplasticity, experiential psychotherapy and psychodynamics. You will learn to make a healing plan of 10 sessions to heal someone completely and permanently. That is a demo program. So you watch the demo, I do the demo on Sundays, you watch the demo, that experience of watching the demo itself heals you. It's a spiritual journey to heal yourself. And then you learn how to make a healing plan of 10 sessions. You can guarantee your clients that I will heal you completely permanently, because you're not working at superficial anxiety, stress, depression level. You are working at the belief system level. You are working at neuroplasticity level. You are working at psychodynamics. You are working at the traumatic event. So Aswani is asking that her friend's daughter has committed suicide and the friend is still going through trauma. How can she help? So Aswani, either you can do the counseling for her, or you can ask her if she needs some therapist from my team, psychotherapist from my team. They will do certain methods to heal her. Okay. So you can also go to the website griefcounselor.in and griefcounseling.in. So these are the platforms sponsored by me. And in that there is a video and the script of the video about grief counseling. So there was a conference of Tata Hospital and NSCA wherein I was a speaker, and more than 2800 people attended from across different countries. And I talked about what you should actually say to the client undergoing grief and what you should not say. Right? Typically you have been thinking, or you have been trained or read somewhere to say it's okay, time will heal things. It's okay, time will bridge the gap. It will not. I understand your pain. No, you cannot. Right? So these are the wrong statements you are read from something else, somewhere else. The correct statement are, the pain which you are going through, no one can understand, not me also. Time is not going to fill this gap. Time is not going to fill your hole. Never say to the client, don't cry. No, she is going to cry, she is in pain. In front of you, she will not cry, she will cry alone. Let cry. Better cry. Release your emotions. Someone who has lost the child, the time, the second child, anything in the world will not fill this gap. Okay? It's a canvas. Just a second. Huh? Your life is like a plain canvas. Certain traumatic event happens, a grief happens, you lose someone you loved. There is a black dot which has fallen on your canvas. Whatever you do, you cannot lift this black dot. But you cannot throw this canvas. You have to paint around it, you have to find the meaning around it. And when you try to find a meaning around it, the streaks of this black dot are going to spill on this painting. And that's what is now going to define your life. Earlier, you had a plan of a beautiful painting on this canvas. But now, this black dot is your defining factor, no longer your imagination. Now, you will have to build your life around this black dot. You will have to find the meaning around it. You will have to do something around it. So, next time, when you walk, you may keep crying, but these rains will cover it. These tears will not stop. Tears are not going to stop, dear. They are going to be there for lifetime. The whole is there going to be lifetime. So next time you walk, you will need to learn to walk in the rain so that others do not see your tears. It feels you are a happy girl walking with the umbrella. You are not hiding your tears. You are not stopping the cry. But this rains, the raindrops, that is what the circumstances, the new scenarios you have built around. That is what is not showing your grief to the world. So you can, Aswani, you yourself can learn psychotherapy and heal her better. So otherwise you can go to my channel also. There is a video of grief counseling wherein I have shown more things, certain things which you should do, certain things we should not do. Or you can go to this grief counselling.in website. So you wanted to be a happy girl who is walking across beautiful garden, pink garden, Atenia. Now you are stuck where you are stuck. You are not stuck because of problems in your life, not because of your circumstances. You are stuck because of this. The barriers you have created, the barriers, the disbeliefs people have created in your mind. The barriers of fear, guilt, shame, depression, anxiety, anger, frustration, negative self-belief, negative thoughts, rationalizing your cognitive errors, romanticizing your depression, all that is stopping you from this life. You will need to start walking. Initially it may be desert, it may be something, but one day you will find this beautiful garden. There are people who talk very big things, and if they talk big things with me on a call, I say them, you talk big things, empty. Do not take a step. Sometimes some people talk big things, then they start taking steps. I say them, good, you have taken the steps. Okay. Now start gaining more knowledge and helping more people. And that more people cannot be someone who is trying to prove you are the. Yeah. No, you cannot help a narcissist. You cannot help the person who makes you feel that you are Your place is in the dustbin covered by the cow dung. You cannot tell that person and prove that person your place is on the throne. No. Okay. So don't try to prove to the others. So the story of no shirt, as promised. Okay. So you stayed till 8 p.m. No, sir, I would have stayed even if you do not share the story. I like the class. Very good. Yeah. Write on the chat if that is true. Write down true. If you are here only for the story, then still okay. Okay. So Bhavya had asked me that question and I said that I will take it up in class, and she asked today also, but I still missed out answering that. Wow. This is called classic ADHD. Yeah? So everyone will be like, sir, you have ADHD. Yeah, I know. What was the question Bhavya had? Huh. So Bhavya is asking how to deal with children who are lying and how to manage a stubborn child. Oh my God. Okay. So this goes back to the invention of lie. Okay. There was a child. Listen carefully now. We'll come back to the no shit story. Yeah? So there was a child. She was playing peacefully and suddenly the toy breaks. The toy is a toy. It is supposed to break. And the mother comes. "Hey, it was such a costly toy. Who broke it? I'm going to kill that person." Child doesn't want to die. Child doesn't want to get killed. So what to do? The younger child has broken it. The friend has broken it. The dog has broken it. So the child invents the lie out of the need to escape the punishment. You understand? So you are the one who has taught the child to lie. Sometimes you want to hide something from your partner or your parents or something. Okay, maybe a small thing or big thing, and you tell your child, go tell this lie. So you have purposefully and actively taught the child to lie. It may not be you, it may be your partner also, or most likely your mother-in-law. Yeah. Most of the time, mother-in-laws are always monsters and schizophrenic, so they always teach bad things to your children. Yeah, your mothers are always good, so they teach good things. So there are two children who are playing one day, and then younger one has broken the toy, and the mother comes, and then younger one blames the elder child. This elder child becomes the villain now. Okay, hey, both हो गए यार. What is this? I am so good. I am playing with the younger one so well. I am sharing my toys. I am allowing my share my parents' love, and this younger child has now put me in the fix. Now elder child is villain now. Rivalry, sibling rivalry will start. And what mother will do? She will trust the younger child because younger child is so innocent, so cute. He cannot lie. He does not know how to lie. Does not have invented the lie. So the elder child gets a punishment. The child does a mistake. Child is a child. Child is supposed to do a mistake. If the child fears punishment, the child will lie to escape the punishment. Now, if you think that when you were a child, you were not so smart, yeah, that is true. This generation is smarter. Even if you don't teach them to lie, even if probably your mother-in-law is good, or she's not there with you to teach them the lie, your spouse is doing it. Oh, sorry. So they have invented the lie by themselves. Okay. Because they are smart enough to escape the punishment. So what to do? You have to reinforce, you have to multiple times tell the child, if you do a mistake, come to me, tell me. I will not scold you, I will not punish you. If you do a mistake and you lie to me and I found out that this was you, I punish you. But then this promise has to be maintained. Now the child really does the mistake. Okay? Child destroys your laptop. And the child comes to say and to you, Mama, I washed your laptop in the washing machine. You cannot scold and beat this child. Because the child has accepted the responsibility. You remember your childhood days in school and colleges? The teacher used to ask something, hey, who has done this? And someone who says that I had done this used to get beating. I should lie actually. If I do it, if I kill someone, I must lie. I have not done, someone else has done. Because I get rewarded for that. Yeah, I'm a good child if I lie. True? Has it happened with you? That you wanted to accept your mistake and you were afraid of your punishment, or you accepted actually mistake and you got punished? Has it happened with you? Write in the chat. Yeah, multiple times. It's not traumatic childhood. Okay, so that's the reason children lie. It has not happened with you? Okay, very good. So you always used to lie. So that's why it has not happened with you, right? Ah, that's the only meaning. Very bad. Again saying no, no. Now, when the child is angry with the parents, they are going to be stubborn. That is a rebel they are going to do. Okay? Right? So the child is like, yeah, I was good. I was good. I was a hero. And you trusted someone else and beat me or scolded me and you made me the villain. Now I am the villain. I will not listen to you. You are a bad mother. Now they are afraid to say you are a bad mother, but they don't want to listen to you. Now you are wrong. You are always wrong. So if the child believes they are going to get punished for something, they will lie. If the child believes parents are wrong, parents cannot protect them, parents are not in their interest, acting in their interest, they will become stubborn. I will tell you what is the scenario with Bhavya's child. So since this is the question about her first child, because second child is inside the, okay. So this happened when some relative's child has come and you favored this relative's child, the visitor child, okay. Because that visitor child is a visitor child. So you said, hey, no, give it to him. Give your toys to her. And that other visitor child has destroyed the child or destroyed the toy or did something wrong. Yeah. Whose side you are taken? The visitor child. Your interest is not in me. You are interested in some other child. You are not my parent. I don't listen to you now. You go love that child. Exactly, that's what happened. The emotion. Yeah. How many of you liked the answer? If you liked, you write down. Liked. If you do not like, you can still write down. Do not like. No problem. Coming to the story of no shirt. Okay. Every story always has a king. So this is a story of no shirt. So there was a king. He had everything. He had wives, he had children's, and he had ministers, he had his citizens who used to love him, respect him. He already conquered and expanded his empire, and subjects were loyal to him. But he was not happy. He had money, he had family, he had house, he had everything, but he was not happy. So every night, every day. So now enough is enough. He decides, I am in the pursuit of happiness now. I want to find out how to become happy. So he invites many purohits, many pandits, many scholars. They visit, they give him some solution, some solution. He does not agree. Sometimes he tries also, still it doesn't work out. Okay, someone tells him wear this, that, and all. He does do this puja. No, still not happy. Then one day, a pandit comes to him. Okay, and this king tells him everything in detail. And this pandit closes his eyes, opens his eyes, and says, "I found your solution. You wear a shirt which a happy person is wearing. Happy man is wearing. So you find a shirt which whomsoever is the happy person in your happiest person in your kingdom, you have to wear that shirt one time. If you wear that shirt, you become happy. So he orders ministers go. So all these ministers, they go in his kingdom, outside kingdom, and try to find all this. Yeah, and then they try to ask the monks, the pandits who are doing the puja, and the monks. Okay, that by the grace of God, are you happy? So they say no, actually. Yeah, some of them have left the world because they were not happy with the world and trying to find happiness here, or some of them say no, they still fight depression and all those things. Then they think that someone suggests, okay, Joker is always laughing, so they should go to circus. So they visit a Joker and they ask, hey, are you happy? The Joker says, no, I'm always laughing, but I'm not happy. And I'm laughing actually to hide my, sorrow, and internally not happy. So then they think further and then they start visiting the places. Yeah, they go to monastery, they go to certain schools, they talk. Then someone suggests that teach, so child will be very happy. So they ask few children, are you happy? The children says no. They ask, hey, you are a child, what is your problem? The child says, yeah, my eraser has lost, my pencil is broken, my father scolded me, I did not do homework, teacher scolded me. So that is the, yeah, their sorrow, but they are still not happy, right? They are so innocent kids and their sorrow is also so small, but they are still not happy. Then they are now very sad. They have searched all the kingdoms, his kingdom, other kingdom, everything. They are trying to come back. On their way, they found a person who is uh, just walking, roaming around, singing, whistling, sometimes laughing, sometimes standing, watching the clouds, watching the birds. So one of them says that he seems to be happy, but then other person says no, he doesn't seem to have good clothes. He's not rich. How can he be happy? So the one minister says no, the happiness may not be about money. So we are missing out that thing probably. Okay, so we need to find this person. We need to meet this person. Then they ask this person, okay, are you happy? This person, yeah, I'm happy. They're like, oh yes, we found this person who is happy. Yes, we will get the reward. And they bring this person to the courtroom, to the king. And the king is also delighted to know the news that some happy person is going to come and I'm going to wear his shirt and I'm going to be very happy. Oh wow, wow, wow. And then he comes there. Then king wants to confirm. He asks about him and he asks, are you a happy person? He says, yes, yes sir, I'm happy. Then king says, okay, give me your shirt. I will give you whatever you want. I will give you this, all the diamonds and all those things. He says, okay, no problem. But sir, there is one problem. I don't have a shirt. Then king laughs. And then everyone is like, what? What is it? Why the king is laughing? He should actually punish this person. That this person is does not have a shirt. So the king explains them. This shirt is not a shirt. This shirt is about the desires, the wishes, never-ending wants, right? Every time you have something, you want it, right? You have that thing, you have everything, but you still want something else, right? And now, when you have something else, you have forgotten you were on a journey to get this thing, and after this journey, you have got it. You are supposed to enjoy it, but you are still in a shock phase. You are still running behind it. That adrenaline is still there. And the secret of happiness is no shirt. Not running behind things. It doesn't mean that you should not have aspiration, you should not grow, you should not want things. That is not the meaning. Yeah? Money brings happiness. Yeah? Do not forget. Only a beggar or a very, very rich person will say money does not buy happiness. And this beggar is trying to rationalize himself, his poverty. Yeah? To believe that by saying it, money does not bring happiness. You want to buy a car, you want to buy a gold, you see a gold when you go for a shopping, you want to buy something else. Your child wants to buy a pizza, your child wants some costly dress, something else. Your child wants to gift her friends some costly things. That gives her happiness, and that happiness is going to come if you have the money to spend. You cannot say that money does not buy happiness. Money buys happiness. But all the happiness does not come from the money. If you are on the path of earning money, doing something, or reaching a milestone that gives you happiness, remember, once you reach that level, try to be happy. You are at a life which you always dreamed of, which you always wanted. Yeah. Sometimes when I see certain clients, they are like, yeah, I wanted a husband where I don't need to work. Husband should be rich, and I used to sit. I used to visualize. I sit at home and eat dry fruits. Once they reach that, they are not happy. Someone who is like, I wanted to be CEO, I wanted to earn this money, I wanted to do this, that, and now once they reach, they are not happy. Are you a teacher in a school? Remember your B.Ed days. When you were doing B.Ed, someone asked you, what do you want? So you wanted to become a teacher, and still you are not happy. Now you want to become principal. It is okay, it is correct to have aspiration, to have dreams. But happiness is not a milestone which you get at certain state after attaining certain thing. Happiness is to be found in the journey itself. You need to find your happiness while you are walking alone, while you are walking in the rain, with tears in your eyes, you have to find it. Yeah. Life will give you 100 reasons to be miserable, 100 reasons to be sorrowful. People want you to be disappointed, sorrow, and sad in your life. That's why they post on the Instagram happy photos to make you feel bad. They know this, that when you see them happy, you feel sad. And that's what gives them happiness. So, the journey to 100 things are happening which are going bad. 100 reasons are there to feel sad. You need to find one thing out of that gives you happiness and hold on to that thing. But that one thing will change over the time. Yeah. That one thing may be learning a new skill, doing your PhD, writing your work, taking care of your child. But that event is going to change after you accomplish that. So you cannot get stuck with that. Your child cannot be the constant source of your happiness. It has to be you. It has to be something, your vision, purpose of your life, what you want to do. Don't think that you are stuck this, you cannot escape. Don't think that you are 60, you cannot do. You can still do. Even if 5 years are still there, you can still do your PhD, get a doctoral title before you die. Yeah. You are going to die, yeah? Okay. And if you are a good person, you die early then. So monsters only die very late. People are praying when we die, but they don't die easily. Okay. Now that's a whole complete, I can talk 1 hour, why good people die early, okay? That I will do in some Sunday class, I have already done that. So don't be too good. So coming back to the point, ADHD. You need to find happiness in you. Your husband, your child, your job, your appreciation by others cannot be source of your happiness. This journey takes time. Number 1, you need to remove your barriers. You need to heal yourself. Okay? You don't need to heal yourself completely. Okay? Life is not a complete, exactly smooth, plain paper. No. Life will have some wrinkles. It's okay to have. But if it is completely crumpled, then you need to open it and then smoothen it out. But it will still have some wrinkles. That is okay. Accepted. And within these wrinkles, you will need to accept, Baba, wrinkle chalta hai. Wrinkle is okay, Baba. My life is like this only. Life cannot be this perfect smooth. So you need to find your happiness in this, not in this. Yeah? You need to open up. You are presently this. Okay. How do you do that? How do you find your happiness in these wrinkles? One secret. Write down in the chart, speak loudly, I'm average. Say it loudly. Write on the chat, I'm average. When you accept you are average, when you say I'm average, the burden of proving yourself to yourself, the stress of performance, the burden of proving to the world, fulfilling other expectation is completely gone, dropped. I'm average, Baba. I can do only this much. I can only write 10, 15 books, Baba. Okay? I can do this much painting only, Baba. Okay, I can just play Dizzy, Baba. I cannot be like film star for Dizzy. So if you acknowledge I'm average, the burden is gone, the stress is gone. My life is average. Hey, why she is so happy and I'm not happy? Hey, you don't know. Actually, her husband is having extramarital affair. This knowledge itself should bring you happiness. Actually, so so doesn't it give you? You don't find happiness in the sorrow of others, in the misery of others. You do that. If you go on Instagram and Facebook, or you put your happy photos on Instagram, Facebook, you are the person who finds happiness in others' miseries. I'm average, Baba. I'm average. Okay. So I got average things, average spouse, average life, average money. I have aspirations, I have dreams. I will try to fulfill it, but at my own pace, at my own level. Have you noticed those students like who have been best in their class, either your classmates or yourself, they finish last in the life. They end up last in the life. Average is the people who, I'm not talking about backbenchers, they become the film star. That is a only Instagram thing. Those who know they are average, they are afraid of failures. They know they have to work hard. They know if they don't work hard, if they don't study, they will fail. That's why average succeed in life. There is one more thing you need to be crazy. We'll take that in next class. Why you need to be crazy and how much craziness you need. Pratibha was like, sir, I am full of craziness. Don't tell me. Very good. That's why you could succeed, my dear. That's why you are doing good things, despite some monsters, despite some people who try to stop you. Okay? This craziness and being average, this is a good combo. Enjoyed? Anyone has any question? Sir, 2 hours gone, but could not realize the time has gone and passed away so fast, sir. It feels like you started just now talking. I have lost the memory, sir. It is 2 hours already. It felt like just 1 minute has gone, sir. Yeah. Why this happened? Because because you're a good student. Because you wanted to absorb, learn more like a sponge. That's why you felt that time has passed fastly. Now Pratibha is going to talk tomorrow the same statement to her class. Huh? You should talk. You should talk. Why are you learning from me? So that you earn more money by learning, talking like with me. Okay. Those who are not purchased letter to student, go to Amazon, buy letter to student. Search my name, Dr. Pawan Mittal, buy letter to student book. Do it today. Send me the screenshot. This book, Letter to Student, is for parent and children both to read. Okay, each page is around 30 seconds, and this book will help you form stronger emotional bond with your child. It helps your child form stronger bond with you. Okay. So your child will develop a stronger bond with you. They will feel the gratitude what you have been doing. So Letter to Student is for improving the emotional bond between parent and child. Okay. You will love this book. Yeah, you will cry probably. Your child, while reading this book, your child will say, Mama, I love you. Papa, I love you. That's what you want, right? You are dying to hear that statement. So every day. So this book will do that. If it does not do that, no problem. You WhatsApp me, I will refund you the money. Yeah, that guaranteed treatment. But anyways, for your clients, if you want to give guaranteed treatment, then learn psychotherapy and psychodynamics. Have a great time. Bye. See you.